A lot of people get hurt running. Why? One big thing, and we're gonna fix it today with a single cue. I'm Dr. Sean Pastuch, the owner and founder of Active Life. For the last 20 years, I've been a chiropractor and a personal trainer helping people get out of pain without going to another doctor's office or giving up their active life. Everything I talk about in this video has been tested and proven with real people in the real world throughout my career. I'll get right to it for you. The number one thing that people do wrong when they run that leads to most of the injuries is called overstriding.
What?
We can fix that with one really simple fix. It's so simple.
It's not that simple.
It shouldn't be fair. It shouldn't be allowed. And most people won't do it. It's running barefoot.
Pretty messed up, huh?
Now, am I saying that you should run barefoot all the time? No. Am I saying you should run barefoot at all? No. Am I saying that you should run barefoot to see what it's like to stride properly? Yeah, I am saying that. Go find a place where they're not drinking in off hours and there's glass on the ground. Find a safe place where the floor is fairly clean, flat. There aren't a lot of rocks. Look for it first. Like, most of the injuries that come from people who go walking barefoot or running barefoot are because you stepped on something. Don't step on something. You know you're gonna go running in a certain area, clear it out first. We're only talking about like 100 meters. That's it. And we're not talking about a sprint, we're talking about a jog. The reason why running barefoot solves so many problems is because you would never have a heel like this to slam into the floor to protect you from the pain it would cause if you ran like you run in this. It's a simple feedback cue. This is my wife's running shoe, or was, when she used to buy shoes like this that were cushy and felt really comfortable in the store, before she realized that they were damaging her heel, damaging her low back, damaging her knee, and switched to a more barefoot shoe, which I'll show you in a minute. And look, you don't have to take my word for all of this. Trust that guy. Dan Lieberman is a well-studied and well-published researcher who demonstrated that people who wear shoes with the heel like the one I just showed you will actually strike the ground harder than people who are wearing this. You're led to believe through good marketing that this cushy heel is going to keep you safe and absorb all of the forces of running when you do it. But in reality, this cushy heel gives you more impact forces than this no heel. Think about that. More impact force, more no good. Less impact force, more good. It is counterintuitive because you would think, well, isn't this going to absorb all of the forces? No, it's going to allow you to do things in a way that you wouldn't otherwise do, which changes all of the biomechanics and forces you to slam your heel into the ground instead of running the way that you were intended to run, which is landing on your midfoot. Your heel is still going to touch the ground. One of the mistakes people make when they start thinking about shortening up their stride is they run on their toes or the balls of their feet. I don't want you to do that. Your heel's still going to touch the ground, and it's also not going to strike in front of your center of mass, which means that as our heel touches the ground, it does so much more gently and diffuses the forces much more evenly. Let's get back to that Dan Lieberman guy. In his landmark paper published in Nature magazine, he demonstrated that people who wear shoes like this are going to slam their heel into the ground much harder than people who run barefoot, something that this shoe is meant to simulate. There's even a tribe that we can look at out of Kenya, where some of the best runners in the world come from, and they are running predominantly barefoot. Here's an article that you can read all about them. It makes sense when you think about it. The foot has 26 bones and 34 muscles. I think if my memory serves me correctly, there's more joints, places where bones come together, in the foot than there are in the rest of the body. If it's not that, it's close. We want to strengthen the foot, and shoes like this one, they just don't. In fact, they function more like a crutch that allows our feet to get and stay weak over time, where shoes like this do the opposite, or running barefoot does the opposite. So again, am I telling you to run barefoot? No. Kinda. A little bit, maybe. It depends. But running barefoot is going to demonstrate to you how much you're overstriding when you run in shoes. You don't have to film it to prove it, but you could. It would be interesting for you to watch. All you have to do is go for a run with your shoes on, and then go for a run with your shoes off to recognize you're stepping much less distance every single time when you're barefoot. Shoes like this weren't even invented until the 1970s. And when that invention started to come around, it did start to change the way that people run. Let me show you something as a for example. You ready? You hear that? That's my heel with not that much cushiness hitting the ground. That's hard. This, way softer. I got a pedicure for you guys. way, way, way softer. I don't even feel a bone when I press here. When I press here, I feel a bone right away. Here, there's no bone. And if, I mean, look, this is what I do for you because I love you. That's the foot. That's the heel. You guys hear the difference? That's not just because there's a bone there. It's because I'm able to hit it much harder with my heel. Look, there's 100 different shoes that are going to be marketed at you if you start looking for barefoot shoes to do this. And remember, the point of this video is that you can fix all of your running issues by just trying to run barefoot a little bit and seeing what the stride length is different when you do that compared to what you typically do. If you want to start adopting the habit of running barefoot or the behavior of living in barefoot shoes or walking around barefoot like a psychopath in your town like I do, start slow. What does slow mean? I made a video that we shared recently that talks about how to return to sport or return to running. Follow the exact same cadence. There you go, right there. And when you go for a run typically, or when you go walking typically, wear your normal shoes all of the time except for the percentage of the time that's indicated in that video to be barefoot. And work your way up to being barefoot all the time or in a barefoot shoe like a Vivo Barefoot all the time over the appropriate progression. If you start too fast, what's going to happen is this. You're going to start to feel plantar fascia. You're going to start to feel your Achilles. You might start to feel knees and back. Your body isn't used to that new posture. You have to develop the strength necessary to support that position. Running barefoot for a short period of time can allow you to see what your normal stride should be when you wear shoes. If you don't want to go any further than that, you've made great progress. Change your stride length when you wear regular shoes. In fact, I'm being so emphatic that you don't just start running barefoot that I want to show you what happens when you do. You remember these shoes that everyone was wearing around looking like a fool or a hobbit with rubber feet? That's Vibram 5-finger. That company got sued and had to pay out almost $4 million because when they started advertising that people should all be running around barefoot, people did. And people started breaking the bones in their feet and suing Vibram for telling them that they should have done it. Now, I'm not telling you to run barefoot all the time. You don't get to sue me. This is good, right? Follow the progression. Start really easy and work your way up to it if you decide to do it at all. At the end of the day, what I really want you getting from this video is that you're just stepping too long. Really, really simple. You're striding too far. Let's wrap this thing up. There's one cue that is going to allow you to reduce a lot of the pain and injury that you experience from running, and it could make running a much safer exercise. That cue? Stride shorter. How short? Take off your shoes, take off your socks, go for one run barefoot, and I'm talking about 100 meters or less on a safe terrain, and you'll know exactly how far you should go because you're going to intuitively take the appropriate stride length or damn close to it. I'm Dr. Sean Pastuch. Remember, if you like this video, please let us know by liking it, subscribe to the channel, send it to a friend, and remember, pain is a choice and you can make the better one.